It's Lorraine. On today's full moon, I wanted to catch you up with what's going on with me for many of you who have walked with me in different ways over the last 7.5 years while I have been dealing with a breast cancer diagnosis. I have when you go through some experiences, you learn a lot of things about yourself, things that you didn't even know that you were capable of. And sometimes it's a health diagnosis that helps you to break through things that you couldn't get to any other way. I can tell you that I'm very shaky today. And part of why I'm shaky is that I feel exhausted. Some of you know that a few years ago I was so incapacitated when the cancer cells migrated into my spine, and I found walking to be very difficult, and it was one of the most terrifying times in my life. It was also one of the most powerful periods of my life because of all of the awarenesses and all of the ways that I broke through a lot of patterns and was able to do some amazing healing with the support of incredible doctors. I actually blew their mind with how fast I rebounded with some of the suggestions that they made. My oncologist would chuckle and call me her poster child. That always made me feel good as I felt myself coming back to more of a normalcy of the quality of life that I had wanted. But when you come through some of these experiences, and I say this because of my background and because of my own experience, it leaves you with some post-traumatic stress of some fears and concerns of recurrence. That's one of the concerns that comes up for people who are dealing with difficult situations, especially ones that are frightening and ones that feel too big for our human capacity. During this time of walking through the last couple of years, my connection with my soul self and my God self has gotten stronger than ever, as have my gifts have exploded and skyrocketed to off the charts in ways I never could have imagined. Who would think that going through a difficult and painful and frightening experience could actually open doors to be able to help people in incredible ways? So last year I noticed a couple of spots on my breast, and we checked it, and it didn't look like it was anything much. And coming into this year, I felt really excited about moving into some new directions because I had put some of my work on hold. And in February, I started noticing some things happening with my breast, and we still continue to keep an eye on it. And some of you joined me in my 21-day God immersion program, where you had a chance to be like flies on the wall as I did some very, very deep dives with God at a time that I was also being encouraged by my doctors to do more medical intervention, and I didn't know what to do. And I was called out on doing that process in order to negotiate for my mortal life, and that was a beautiful call out from a close friend of mine in the UK, who I've talked about in other videos. So what I was told during this time as I was in this deep immersion process, I knew that I was going to be going back to see the nurse assistant because they wanted to know, Lorraine, what are you going to do? Are you going to do the radiation as was suggested, or what are you going to do? And I remember the conversation I was having with God was to defer the radiation and to go in a different direction that really resonated with me. And I checked it and checked it and checked it to make sure that it was not my ego tricking me into moving into a direction that was not aligned with the guidance that is rock solid for me, that I have come to trust. That's very sweet, Joanne. So, my breast is in worse shape. The cancer has progressed. Pain is really hard to manage. I saw my doctors in the last week, and we are discussing possibilities. I was asked by my close friend, Karen Tax, on Saturday. She requested that I revisit the places that I have been resistant to consider, that I didn't want to do, like having a mastectomy or doing a chemo drug that is very dangerous for me to do for a lot of reasons. And I was open to do the radiation. I didn't have any problem with that. I had done it once, and I can change the energy. It's what I do. And about a month ago, I did some very, very deep work that exploded the healing frequencies that I'm working with now, and I'm watching the reversals and the rapid healing that my clients are experiencing, and I thought, great. Now I can begin to direct that energy and help myself. I guess I was counting on that. And that's not to say that I'm unable to do that, but I'm at a place where right now I am in a lot of pain. I have a lot of heat coming off my breast. There's itching at night. It wakes me up. And it takes all of my resources and my energies to continue to surrender and trust. I don't know whether a mastectomy is possible because of the amount of congestion in my breast at this time. My ego is going bonkers, and I have to allow it to have its space. And I can feel the strength of my soul continuing to invite me to stand in that place of faith and trust. And there are moments that I am just all over the place. 7.5 years. I have questioned, did I drag my feet this time? Did I miss the guidance? You know, we come to these places of asking questions. We doubt if things get worse. It's so normal to come back and think, I must have fucked up somewhere. I must have missed something. Surely it wasn't supposed to go like this. And the reality is that there are so many layers and levels to things. Most of the time it makes no sense at all to the human self. And I know that right now, as I have asked questions and I'm not getting any answers, I have to hold that space of uncertainty where I don't feel peace. There are moments when I feel total peace, that I will get through this. And then I remember, I don't know what getting through this means. I don't know what it looks like. I have a picture in my mind. I don't feel that I'm preparing to exit. I don't know what the divine plan is in this, and I'm paying very close attention to some of the subtle ways that I may get in my own way. I have to keep surrendering throughout the day. Everything I have to keep surrendering. The more that I surrender, the more I can anchor into my soul self and be in that place of peace. I've let go of whether I'm going to completely heal and recover from a cancer diagnosis. I just know right now I need relief. So Karen said to me the other day, what about starting a GoFundMe campaign? Because whatever intervention you're going to need to do with your doctors, you're not going to be operating at full force. Now, of course, my heart sank when I heard that. I went, crap. I can't be proud. I've had to put several programs on hold because I don't know what's going to be required over the next bunch of months. Single sessions are easy for me. They're actually healing for me, and they're things that I love to do. And so it's about finding the balance between working with individual clients and putting some of the other ways that generate income for me that I have to put on hold, and I have to surrender and trust. So I've started a GoFundMe campaign. If you have benefited from my sharing over the years, I need help right now. I don't know what I'm looking at. And having some of that financial stress taken off my shoulders will make it a lot easier for me to heal. And I'll tell you, I hate like hell having to ask for financial help, to let go of, seeing this as a failure, and realizing that there are times when we all need help. And I'm at that place now. So I'm going to be posting the link below this video. And if you feel guided and want to be of help to me right now, I thank you in advance for any donation that you might make, and also to hold me in a space of love and strength, because I need it. I'm doing everything that I can to rein in all of the mental chatter and to anchor back into faith and trust. And there are times when it's just really exhausting. So I am going to continue working and being very selective about where I direct my energy. I'm hoping for the best result. I don't know what that is. And I guess that's it. I feel so vulnerable right now and strong at the same time. You know, I know that I have the capacity, we all do, to heal myself in a split second. I want to, and I don't know why that's not happening, and I have to surrender that. I have to keep surrendering continually. I've come this far. I choose to believe that there is a higher purpose to everything. I know there is. I have walked through some of the most intense periods I never thought I would get to the other side of. And I know that I'm also doing this work for many other people, because so many are being diagnosed with illnesses like cancer. These are very, very powerful times. And what I want is the highest quality of life for myself. And I want that for you as well. So I don't have it all together. And I appreciate all of your comments, all of the ways that so many of you have shown up for me again and again. I want to be free of this pain, and I know that those of you who love and care about me wish that for me as well. God knows what I need, and that's where I keep reaching. Thy will be done. I don't feel pain every minute of every day, but I'll tell you, as I'm talking to you, it feels like there are knives cutting into my chest. I don't wish this on anyone. So please, do your inner work. Take responsibility for your health. Let go of the bullshit that you may be playing with that's telling you that you have plenty of time and that everything is okay, when you know in your heart that there are things that you need to look at, because if you don't, your body is going to make you. Your soul is not going to tolerate ignoring the truth of who you are. Don't let things get to the point where you are incapacitated, where you must do some of this work. And I want to say one other thing. I just want to get a tissue, which has kind of blown my doctor's mind. I have, with the assistance of my team, been able to contain the progression from my chest in my breast from not migrating into my bones. That's kind of blown their mind, how I've been able to do that. So I know I'm pretty powerful. I also know when to bring Eastern and Western together and when I need help. So I thank you for all of the loving things that you are sharing with me. I will be posting the GoFundMe link, and I hope that you will support me, because we are all one. So I send you lots of love, and I will keep you posted on how things are going. And I wish you all a very good holiday. Please be well, be safe, be kind to yourself. The world needs you. The world needs us all. So much love. I'm going to sign off. I think I need to have a big cry. Take care. Bye-bye.